ọ̀rọ̀ ọkùnrin àjèjì tó wọnú ìlú wa ẹ̀ wá.
Arákùnrin. Ta ni ọ́? Ń bọ́ lọ ti wá.
Tó pe rẹ̀ Ládìpọ̀, Anikulapo.
Anikulapo, wọ́n máa dúpẹ́.
Èwo ni arákùnrin tí wọ́n ń pè ní Anikulapo?
Orúkọ mi kì í ṣe Anikulapo. Sáró lórúkọ mi. Aṣọ òfin ni mò ń hùn.
Gbogbo ìgbà tá a bá ti ń wá yín láàfin nínú yàrá ọmọ òun nínú yàrá rẹ̀ la ti ń bá yín.
Wọ́n fà sọ òkè láàfin.
Ìkòkò ajẹ́gbẹ́jẹ́rán fún ọmọbìnrin tẹ́jọ́ ń ṣe wọléwọ̀de wọn. Ṣó ń gbọ́?
Ìyá mi!
Dánú!
Ọ̀dàlẹ̀rẹ̀.
Ẹ̀yin gan-an láláìmoore.
Nípa mo ní ó mọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ pè ránṣẹ́.
Anikulapo. Ah man, I was so pumped up when I saw the trailer of this movie. You know, the fact that, oh yes, you know, movie to just play the one shade. They not dated it back to the Oyo Empire. Talking so Oyo Messi. Abe marin ton selling bini. You get now the local Oyo. So the trailer was, you know, Oti Jekori Wawu, and then we overhyped it. So let me tell you that if you've not seen this movie and you already have the expectations of Fimi Male Coco, no, drop it. For today, I'll be talking about, you know, the costuming, the production, what I like about Anikulapo, and some parts that they could have worked on that would have made this movie a better one. However, before I continue, I know you love seeing my face here, so kindly click on that subscribe button to actually keep making this possible. And also remember to click on the bell button so as to get notifications whenever I drop another video. Thank you. Now, back to Anikulapo. You know, they already gave us the summary of what Anikulapo is all about. A guy named Saro, Kolu Yawo Oba Yawo Oba, Oyo Messi, Oba ni àjọṣepọ̀. Then after that, they killed him. And then one bird gave him, you know, breathing another life to him, and then he was rebirthed. And then he went to another village and he started to G Okudide. And I guess greediness overtook all of his senses and he became greedy at a point. So that was just the summary I said and I said in the movie. So now, do I like anything about Anikulapo? Of course I do. Why would I like anything about this movie? Kunle Afolayan did not direct and produce this movie for us to hate it. Pata pata, no, it's not possible. Okay, the first thing I like about this movie is the costuming. Remember that was like, no, like giving credit to Kunle Afolayan. Let's give him all his accolades. When it comes to costuming, the costuming was bam bam. The costuming was on point. The ofi, the dressing, and everything like that. It was so on point. Tebawa way like even though some of them look fake from afar, but see the macaroni zone. It was macaroni zone that was funny to me. What about Balatori like if you actually did Yoruba in school, you would understand what I'm saying. Pam. So I like the costuming, the tribal marks, the dressing, and all. Another thing I like about this movie is the settings. They actually took us back to the Oyo Empire in the olden days, even though we were not there. But Ademoye, Yoruba man sọ wípé àrọ́bá oníkíni oníbàbá ìtàn. So you get what I'm trying to say. So the settings, everything was just on point. And then another thing I like about this movie, tó jẹ́ pé movie is the introduction of the movie. The movie was actually inspired by Yemi Elebuibon. Yemi Elebuibon is a babalawo and Ifa priest in Osogbo, Osun State. And then the next thing I like about this movie is the execution of the movie. Like, okay, wọ́n ṣe movie dáadáa pé ó yá o ẹ̀yin èèyàn o bye you ẹ ti understand. So the movie is actually the production, the setting, the costuming, the introduction, and the fact that they depicted the Ọ̀yọ́ empire culture, aṣọ òfì híhun àti èdè sísọ pẹ̀lú amọ̀. Here you get the pot clay that they were making. All of this depicted the Oyo Empire culture. These few things actually makes this movie outstanding. And for the fact that they actually spoke the Oyo Empire language, Edi Oyo, Shari Edi Oyo, local dada. I'll try and see if I can speak it before the end of this movie review. And that is just it about what I like about this Anikulapo. Now, what do I not like about this movie? First of all, the storyline. The storyline was it was averaging. It was just there. Because from the trailer that we saw, I was expecting, gagam, tatao, you know, all those big, all those boom. You get it now? I was expecting so many things. But watching the movie, I was just like, this film is just there. The first setting was the Oyo Empire settings, and then they now showed the Ilu Ojumo, and then everything was just there. Right from 30 Day Ilu Ojumo, the movie became predictable. You could actually predict what would happen at the end of the movie. So it actually makes the movie just there, honestly speaking. Another thing that I don't like about this movie is the fact that they used Kunle, the casting. I believe the casting was wrong for Kunle, honestly speaking. Kunle is a Lagos boy. Kunle is not a Yoruba movie actor. What happened to using Gabriel Afolayan? You know, now that guy can actually pull it off much more. I'm not saying Kunle did not try. Don't get me wrong. But at a point, his Yoruba was looking like Onka script, between Onka poem. Mo rántí ní ìgbà tí mo wà ní kékeré. Àlàyé talk better. Talk better talk. Which one is ní ìgbà tí mo wà ní kékeré bàbá mi wá fi mí san owó. Excuse me, what's that? So I believe that Gabriel Afolayan would have pulled that role better with the spoken dialect, the action, and everything like that. Kunle played it well, but the spoken Yoruba that have issues for me. And since it's a Yoruba movie, they could have actually gathered Yoruba actors for this movie. And for the king of Ilu Ojumo, Akim K. Kazim, I believe that so one thing. I don't even know. But they could have used Odunlade for that king. You can imagine Odunlade getting angry. When Anikulapo said he would marry his daughter. You can just imagine. Exactly. That's why I said Odunlade Adekola would have been a better cast for the king of Ojumo. Ogogo tried with his own casting, and I think other castings are okay. Okay, except for the fact that Afolayan used his daughter, who it was so obvious from the Yoruba she was speaking that saying bobo. Excuse me, what's bobo? Bobo what? Clone bobo. It's not bobo, it's bo. Go and learn how to call it b. It's b. But then, anyways, another thing that I don't really like in this movie is the fact that Sheka saw we Kunle Afolayan should research daddy or like Kunle Afolayan making your empire talking against slavery. The same Ọ̀yọ́ ilé-ìpè Ọ̀yọ́ gangan níbẹ̀ yẹn tó jẹ́ wípé wọ́n fẹ́ kó ogun ja gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá láti kó gbogbo Yorùbá lẹ́rú. I don't know if you know the history of Kiriji War. Yes, it was those same people that were trying to kó àwọn Ìjẹ̀ṣà lẹ́rú, if I can remember vividly. They fought this same set of people were once against slavery. That must be a joke. Now I think we were meant to laugh. And that's it. You know, it was meant to be sarcastic because I can't believe it, honestly speaking. And finally, the major big deal I have with this movie is the fact that, okay, it's a local film. Yoruba have their morals. Forget, okay, one from one shaking. Yoruba ni morals. We don't display our nudity and our sexual sins out there. So, Kunle Afolayan decided to go to the extreme and brought nudity and sex in to a locally Yoruba movie depicting the Oyo Empire. Like, excuse me, what? No, Oga really took it far. He took it far. Honestly, that scene was not necessary. They could have ended it there, but no, they decided to show us. I'm not going to talk about it. But anyway, I think that lady is the double for Bimbo Ademoye. I don't think that is Bimbo Ademoye. And that's just it about what I don't like about the movie, and some other things they could have done and would have actually made the movie top notch. The storyline, they could have, made the storyline more interesting and not just so predictable. And I think it's because it's too long, 2 hours. So they lost the touch at a point. They lost the touch at a point. So that's just it. And I think it's because they have too many casts in this movie. Oh, I didn't talk about the fact that Kunle Afolayan is good at pulling good actors into his movie. I think every actors out there wants to feature in his movie. Maybe because his movie is always international, and for international collaboration, more international endorsement. That is why most actors are always interested in working with Kunle Afolayan. And Tunde Kilani is also a veteran, so everybody is actually interested in working with these two. So that's just it about that. And now let's talk about the casting. This is the part where I like the most. And now for the casting. The first person I'll be talking about is Kunle Remi. Like I said, Kunle Remi own sọ̀rọ̀ every poem at some point. But let's forget about the fact that Kunle Remi sọ̀rọ̀ bí àwọn poem láwọn scene kọ̀ọ̀kan. Kunle Remi, she tried film yìí. He acted Saro Alashofi láti Gbọ̀ngàn. Yes, and then he came to Oyo Empire. Ó ṣe kíni, ó kọlu ìyàwó ọba títí tó ti fi di pé wọ́n lè kúrò ní tí wọ́n dẹ̀ ṣe kíni, tí wọ́n dẹ̀ pa. To one day me to bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní jí òkú dìde. I don't want to spoil this movie, so I will not be narrating what this movie is all about. That is that. The other top actor in this movie is Bimbo Ademoye. Bimbo Ademoye played Olori Arolake as a person, and she is this innocent, naive young lady who fell in love with the wrong man. Oh, don't trust ọkùnrin. Hey, he shock you. He shock you. Shake game per second. And you go trust man, go give her your life saving. I don't know what to say, Jerry. So, she was innocent. She got married to the king of Oyo Empire at the age of 50, and then she has never experienced love. The co-wives, the senior wives, were bullying her. At the end of the day, she met with Saro Alashofi, and they tried to elope together. Tashirifi too, to fi di pe wọ́n di èrò ìlú Ojúmọ́, and that's just it. Bimbo Ademoye killed it. Like, he killed the role. Come on. I'm giving this lady a crown. She killed it, honestly speaking. So, the next actor I'll be talking about is Shola Sobowale. As I was watching, my sister was like, Sugar Mommy, Lele. Yeah, she actually played the role of Sugar Mommy. So, let me call her Sugar Mommy for this movie. When Saro entered Oyo Empire, our Sugar Mommy, Sugar Mommy was doing the sugar of the mommy and the mommy of the sugar for him at the same time. So, until Saro started thinking maybe Sugar Mommy will marry him. Excuse me, Sugar Mommy, man, pay Sugar Boy. Okay, so that's just it about Shola Sobowale. And she actually warned Saro, oh, mi ò tó, má fi gọ̀ǹgọ̀ fà. And let's not lie, Mama killed the dialect of the Oyo language. She's typically a Yoruba person. What do you expect from her? Yoruba film lo kúkú ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀. And then the next person on my list is Taiwo Hassan, aka Ogogo. I was not expecting to see Ogogo in this movie, honestly speaking. That's why I said Kunle Afolayan tried with, pulling of those actors, putting them together and working with them. Ogogo is actually a great actor in the Yoruba movie industry. And then he killed his role very, very well, honestly. Báwọn bá ṣe máa ń ṣe nìyẹn. Yí síbí, yí sọ́hùn. Jaye Sibi, Jaye Som, honestly speaking. And then with his wives, they tried with his wives. We have Ronke Oshodi, we have Aisha Lawa, we have Moji Afolayan, and Bimbo Ademoye herself. All of them, not there. Ìyàwó Aláàfin Ọ̀yọ́, and of course, gbogbo àwọn ọba ó máa ń fẹ́ ju ìyàwó ẹyọ kan lọ. So he really, really tried, and those 4 wives actually tried with their casting. Moji and Aisha Lawa, àwọn òjòwú obìnrin, and then Ronke Oshodi fúnra ẹ̀ tó jẹ́ ìyá gbogbo wọn láàfin. So also we have the children. Iruomo Afolayan too. He played princess in the movie. And like I said, honestly, she tried though. I think she was not brought up with this Yoruba language. So I would say she tried, but they could have casted somebody else entirely for that movie. Not because her father owns the movie and they just had to put her to be speaking like that. Honestly speaking. So no jẹ́ kó padà máa fọ́kọ̀ fún Yorùbá yẹn. And then other actors is chiefs. We have Olofa, if you know all this movie, Timi Olofa, yeah, in Ede, he played it. He was the one that played that role. We have Dele Odule, we have Adebayo Salami, àtàwọn àgbààgbà òṣèré ilẹ̀ Yorùbá níbẹ̀. Honestly, I don't understand why he did not use one of these àgbà òṣèré to do Oba for the ìlú Ojúmọ́. Mi ò mọ̀ why. They would have been so perfect for that role. And then for the other actors, we have Akim K. Kazem, who played the Ọba Ìlú Ojúmọ́ kò sọ nínú movie yẹn tó fi parí. So that be so nice if he had spoken, because I know he has this husky voice that makes him cool. Yeah, but jẹ́ kó sọ anything. And then we have his Ayo Obufo, Rọ́pò Ewé Ńlá. The guy was actually speaking like a presenter. I think he's a presenter in Lagos. It was so obvious. I don't know why. Casting here at a point. Ó wá jẹ́ kí fíìmù yẹn kó súyàn. Ó tọ́ ẹ pé èmi gan ti ń dọ̀, spirit mi ti ń dọ̀. So okay, let's bring back the spirit. Ní ara àwọn ìjòyè láti rí Ẹlẹ́ṣọ̀ àti Baba Wande. Honestly, I was not disappointed with Baba Wande's role, because that's how Baba Wande is always ẹlẹ́nu ń já wáyà. And ìdí ọ̀tẹ̀ ìdí kí nǹkan ṣe ṣòbòṣòbò ibẹ̀ ló máa ń wà nínú Yorùbá, and they actually pulled it very well. He played it very well. So Baba Wande is there, and we have Yinka Quadri Ṣọlọ́dẹ níbẹ̀. So that's just it. He tried to bring in the Yoruba actors, but I believe that he could have done better with the roles he gave to them, with the casting he gave to them. So that's just it about the cast. And then lesson learned in this movie. Number one, see, whatever situation you are, don't cheat and don't be disloyal. That was what really kó bá Bimbo Ademoye Arọ́lákẹ́. Ká sọ wípé Arọ́lákẹ́ ti jókòó sáàfin ọba. Kó dẹ̀ ṣe kíni, kó decide àti di ayọ̀ ọba, kó kúkú wá bọ̀ lẹ́rù. Bóyá kì bá padà pay ẹ̀ ní ọjọ́ iwájú. Sàárò lójú kòkòrò, greedy, a betrayal. And Saro makes his Waterloo at the end of the day, no doubt about that. And we should not be greedy. We should not betray people we love, people that actually put their trust in us. And that's just it about it. And we learned a little bit about the Oyo Empire, the culture, the language, the dialect, I mean. So that's just it about Anikulapo. If I'm going to rate Anikulapo, honestly, I'll be rating Anikulapo 5/10. Yeah, 5/10. It was not what we expected. Our expectations were high, we were pumped, we were so and then the movie just came and it was just okay. So if you've not watched it, go and stream the movie. You will enjoy it. Of course, I enjoyed the movie. I enjoyed watching the movie, but it's not a movie that I would sit down gladly and watch. And it is, and I'm glad I did not go to the cinema to watch it. That's it. All right, now till I see you some other time. Love you. Bye.